tell you, this is a lot more comfortable than bamboo, right? Hi, I'm Chuck Noland, and I spent 4 years on an island, marooned and alone.
Hi, Chuck. I want to thank you for giving us some of your valuable time today.
You know, when you're on an island, you quickly realize that you have control over nothing. And so your goal is to just keep living, waking up each day, keep moving forward, because you never know. One day, God could provide a sail, a lifeline. And now here I am talking to you. I have ice in my glass.
You gets me every time, man. Every time. All right, Chuck, if you're emotionally ready to handle this, I would like to start with the job that you initially had. You worked for FedEx, correct?
Yeah, kinda. I actually worked for like a upstart delivery company, and we handled packages that were deemed either too dangerous or too risky for the major delivery companies. And I would travel with the packages because I would hand deliver things like jury summons, divorce papers, and warrants. So that's what I was doing all the time.
Well, let's get to the crash. Middle of the night, an unexpected storm. The terror must have been just overwhelming.
Storm? No. See, what happened was I was supposed to check the plane before it left. And I was busy, and plus those things always ran fine anyway, so I just checked everything off and turned it in. Then when we got in the air, we were about halfway to our destination. The pilot turned around to me and was freaking out because we didn't have any fuel. So we just crashed.
You ran out of fuel. So, no storm?
Yeah, it was fuel. No storm. Man, storm. That would have been cool.
There's a moment shortly after the crash, a very poignant one, where you discover the pilot's body. Kind of changes the entire arc of your character. If you could, put that into words for us, if it's not too traumatizing for you.
Okay, now see, that is true. I found his body. It was floating in the bay. And I remember it being really hard to drag back to shore because it was waterlogged and the tide was strong. But then I got it back to shore, and he saved me. I was able to feed off him for about 4 to 6 weeks, and that saved my life.
You ate him.
Yeah, I mean, I was stranded. I had to eat.
There's a scene on the island when you're in a cave, and it serves as, I guess, a bedroom for you. Why don't you give us some insight into the exploration and how you came to find that cave?
Oh, the cave. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was just basically standing on some rocks, and I slipped and I fell into a hole, and there it was.
You fell into it.
Yeah, but when I fell, I hurt my back, so I just laid there for a couple of weeks.
Well, how did you survive?
Yeah, I mean, I just survived on the simple things, like fingernails, bugs, my own hair, and of course, Kelly.
Oh, yeah. The love of your life.
I drew her from memory. And I stared.
Okay, so what about the boxes that fell from the plane?
Oh, yes, those. Yeah.
Well, is it true that you, that you opened them?
I did, yeah. But it wasn't the first time. I always had fun opening other people's mail because to me it was cool to kind of see what they were sending to each other. But on this occasion, it was vital.
What did you find?
Oh, gosh. I mean, lots of helpful stuff. Like, let's see here. Women's lingerie, a Dane Cook comedy CD, women's lingerie, and some questionable pornography.
And the volleyball.
Oh, Wilson. Yeah, no, I found him and just immediately, imprinted my bloody hand on him, so.
Oh, yeah. From trying to make fire.
No. It was from chronic masturbation. Opened all of them. Save for one. And that one saved my life. because I told myself I had to get back so I could deliver that to its proper owner. And it kept me going, gave me a purpose.
Whatever happened to Wilson? Okay, was he really lost at sea?
Hmm? Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's at sea. He could probably still on that island though.
You know what? Why don't we just skip to how you got off the island?
Okay.
So one morning, night after a big storm, the heavens provide you with a sail. Now, is that really from a porta potty?
Oh, no, heavens, no. I mean, it's a cool story, but in actuality, I woke up one morning and I just decided I was going to go check out the other side of the island. It was like 100 yards away. And when I got over there, I noticed that there was a boat and some fruit trees. So I got on the boat and there was a button and I pressed it and it just started right up. So then it took me all the way into a ship channel where a bigger boat latched onto me and pulled me in the rest of the way. So, yeah.
How long were you out there again?
4 years.
You know what? I think it's time that we wrap this up.
When you're out there, you truly have control over nothing. I have ice in my glass.
Fine. Kelly, how did she take to your return?
With open arms.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. And I am Chuck's depicted love interest in the film Castaway. I didn't know Chuck all that well. I said hi to him a couple of times at work. I felt bad for him. He was weird. And then years later, he showed up on my front doorstep. I didn't even know he was missing. Then he marches in and starts demanding that I sleep with him because I had teased him for all those years on that island. And I'm holding a crying baby, trying to get him to leave. So finally I realized we had this old car that some homeless guys had shit in, and we just had failed to get it, thoroughly cleaned. So I just gave him the keys to that and he finally left. The main reason I'm doing this is I'm hoping that this will provide him some closure so he'll stop harassing me and leaving 1-star Yelp reviews on my husband's business page. I really hate being in that movie. But I think Helen Hunt did a great job.
She is the love of my life.
Okay, Chuck, you know what? I think it's best that we just end this right now.
Whoa. The box.
The box?
The unopened box, the one that saved my life.
Chuck, listen, the way things have gone,
Hold on, I have ice in my glass.
Fine. Chuck, please, tell us about the box.
It kept me alive, because I knew I had to deliver it. One final act of servitude before I moved on with my life.
Did you run into a woman with wings on her truck, wings that matched what was on the box, and then you two fell in love and lived happily ever after?
Wings? No. See, what happened was, I got to the house, I went to the front door, and I dropped the box off. I knocked, went back to the car, drove behind some bushes, and watched as they opened the door, got the package. Then they opened the package, and it exploded, and it just kind of wiped them off the face of the earth. So it turns out that package contained a bomb that activated the moment you unsealed it, so I guess I'm pretty lucky I didn't open it,
Okay, Chuck, I think we're done.
Oh, wait. I have ice in my glass.
I don't care. As for Chuck Noland, he persevered, and he started his own business, an ice recycling business. You can check Chuck out now, outside of restaurants, grabbing empty glasses and pouring the ice into bags, which he then turns around and resells to people at a very low rate. Or you can just check out Castaway. It's a great film.